Sam's just a racist. Like, you just say the dumbest shit, right? And
Sam,
you never actually wait, shut the fuck up, right? You never actually address objections. You just poison the well. Every conversation, every conversation I've had.
Let him at least finish, Radcending.
Well, let me finish. Every conversation I've had with you, even the other day, when we were talking about Israel and Zionism and whatever, you straight up said it, Sam. You just hate the Zionists because you're a Muslim and you come from a culture that hates Jews. You straight up said it. So don't give me this shit. Don't give me this crap, all right?
Oh, it's a textbook trait of narcissists to use words like always when they don't apply.
He's doing it again. Jesus.
So,
did
Sam,
you or did you not say that?
When you say that every time you make a statement, I interject, I mean, that's just false.
No. Look, Radcending, did you? I cited an example, right? A very specific example. Did you or did you not say that in our conversation about Israel?
I don't remember exactly what I said, but I do agree that to a certain extent, your ideas about Israel are motivated by your upbringing.
You said that word for word, Sam. You hate Israel because you're a Muslim and you come from a culture that hates Jews. And you didn't deal with the objections I brought up. That's the first thing you pointed to. I had to press you for 10 to 15 minutes to actually deal with the objections. Right?
And that's so dishonest.
No, hold on. And that's what I'm frustrated about, right? Because every conversation I have with you, the first thing you do is poison the well. Every conversation. So fuck off, right? Don't give me that shit.
This is
don't give me that
shit. Isn't that technically poison? Isn't that technically poisoning the well about him poisoning the well?
Sure, Joe. Yeah, sure, Joe. Now I am, right? But he always does that, and I think
Sam, if he doesn't let me speak.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
So don't pretend that we haven't had hour-long conversations about Israel where I have addressed this to you in depth, but you're just incapable of reasoning about this topic. So I just don't bother.
Hold on, no, I didn't say that, right? I didn't say that you never ever addressed those objections. I said it's it's the first thing you do. Every conversation I have with you, one of the first things you do is poison the well, right? Yeah, it's happened on occasion that you've actually addressed the objections. But basically, I can't remember the last time I had a conversation with you where you didn't just poison the well right off the bat, right? That's my problem with you.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to start a conversation with you, Sam. I was just trying to point out.
Oh, no, you just made snide comments from the side, right? When I was trying to talk to somebody else, you made... So, listen, right? I don't want to engage you, you little son of a bitch, right? So don't make snide comments from the sidelines and keep my name out of your fucking mouth, you sack of shit.
No, he did not.
Okay. Keep my name out of your mouth, you little sack of shit, right?
I'll say whatever I want, Sam.
Listen, man, I'm just not going to engage you, and you just don't deal with me.
It's funny coming from the person who initiated this engagement, Sam.
No, listen, you initiated. You're the one making snide comments from the sidelines, right? So don't give me that shit either. You're full of shit, you know that, man? You are full of shit.
Yeah, that doesn't mean that I want to have a conversation with you, Sam.
Yeah, okay, well, listen, if you don't want to engage me, don't make snide comments directed at me from the sidelines. Right? Don't sling shit at me and then run away.
Sam, I told Radcending not to overtalk you. Please don't do the same.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're fine.
So I'm just going to I'm gonna notice every time someone calls you White Knight, I'm gonna see if you react the same way.
No one.
I'm gonna guess.
Hold on. No one else poisons the well in a conversation with me nearly as often as you do.
So,
I'm not saying no one else.
All it takes to poison the well, according to you, is to call you White Knight. So everyone does it. No. That's not. It's not the only thing you do. That's like the slightest example, right? The major one is the second one that I cited, right? And that's one you do all the time, right? No one else said that. No one else told me, hey Sam, you don't like Zionism or Israel because you come from a culture that hates Jews, right? No one else said that. No one else said, Sam, you agree with Ace or Dio on this issue because you're a fucking racist, right? No one else said that kind of shit.
You're the only person I get this bull.
Say.
No, you're the only person I get this kind of bull crap from. Now, look, man, I'm actually not interested in engaging you. I'm not interested in dealing with you. Just keep my name out of your mouth and don't make snide comments at me from the sidelines, you little sack of shit. All right? Because you're a fucking pussy. You do this all the time, and the second I confront you on it, you turtle up and act like a little bitch.
How am I turtling up?
Stay out of my way, all right? Fucking asshole.
Sam is a white knight. A white knight faggot.
Radcending, you seem to be going over to the dark side lately.
Well, it's with certain people, right? People who are racist, I can't tolerate. And people who defend people who are racist, I mean, I don't understand it. And it's not even like, Sam agrees with Ace, so he's going to, take his side in an argument. It's just a chronic. Anytime Ace gets into, or Dio, or Ken, gets into any type of disagreement, which side is Sam on? Always with Dio, Ace, and Iron, the racist. So
the issue I pointed out, right, is right now in the objection that I brought forward, what did race or immigration have to do with anything? You cited that, right? And the comment you posted was actually something along the lines of Sam white knights for these racists and anti-immigrant promoting people, something along those lines. The whole thing is, what does this have to do with race or immigration? The whole thing I brought up I think. Well, hold on, don't cut me off. The thing I brought up is I think there was a distinction between insinuating and calling someone something. Now, Chum and Jovan, everybody agreed, and we were all on the same page. That's fine. But that's the objection I brought up initially. What did race or immigration have to do with it?
It didn't have anything to do with that, right?
So why did you poison the well with those?
Well, if you had better reading comprehension, you would understand. What I was saying was that you're a cuck, Sam, because you white knight for people who dislike you based on your skin color.
What does that have to do with the objection I brought up? Look, if anyone else had said, if anyone else had said what they said, right, I would have agreed with it. That's something I'd agree. If you said that insinuating and calling someone something were the same, I would have disagreed with you. Or if you had said the opposite, I would have agreed with you. I mean, it's not because they said it. It had nothing to do with the people that said it. So why did you just bring this whole thing about race and immigration into the mix?
Because you so happen to be defending Ace for the,
This is what I'm talking about, right? You can't resist poisoning the well in a conversation with me. This is what I think is really annoying. It had nothing to do with the objection I brought up.
Well, and even then, I actually almost never see Sam defending, especially Iron. I mean, Iron and Sam were at odds and I think for the most part are still at odds for the longest time. I don't really see Sam defending Iron. I mean, maybe it's happened before on specific topics, but it's not that, Sam is always rushing to defend Dio or Iron.
I don't think Sam would disagree that he's defended Iron a lot.
No, what happened? No, hold on. What happened was I don't defend Iron a lot. What happened was me and Iron recently reconciled their differences, and the only thing I really defended Iron on was on charges of like honesty or integrity. It's like one discussion where I defended Iron. I can't think of this multitude of discussions where me and Iron have been on the same team. So no, I'd agree with Ace on that.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm getting at, right? And so it seems that Radcending is just trying to insinuate that, Sam is just interested in defending a racist when there's clear evidence against that narrative.
Didn't Sam just agree that he supported Iron?
I said I defended him in one conversation recently, right?
Right.
There
so
isn't this category.
he defended the integrity of a racist.
Oh, okay. So just because someone is racist, that means that everything that comes out of their mouth is wrong and undefendable?
Jesus
I think
Christ.
it has an impact on someone's integrity.
So like if Iron or Dio or myself said that 2 + 2 = 4, and you were like, no, it's not, and then Sam comes in and says, no, 2 + 2 is 4. You
Look.
Hold on. He said that he
no.
defended the integrity. He didn't defend Iron on something that was right. He defended Iron's integrity, Ace.
Yeah, listen
to the conversation.
No, hold on.
Yeah.
There was an issue of honesty and
Thanks for adding
integrity.
so much to the conversation, Jovan. You're just
I actually did, Ace, because you was talking about something completely irrelevant.
Such a gem.
No, hold on.
So much.
The point being brought up is just what Radcending's doing is just incredibly strange, right? It's possible, and it's actually the case that I disagree with Iron on a wide variety of topics, right? From immigration to government to policy to race realism to all this stuff. But I can be on amicable terms with Iron. We can have conversations, and we can agree on certain things. I don't understand why, let's say, me and Iron disagreeing on something like race realism has to lead to me being against Iron.
So long as I agree with you on your pet issue of Zionism, you're boys with them. But anyone who disagrees with you, like me and JJ, right? Then we're just in your crosshairs the whole time.
No,
you just get extremely triggered every time you say anything.
Actually, that's just interesting. I actually have nothing wrong with JJ, and I've addressed this multiple times. I just want JJ to really look. I have a strong preference to not be trolled, and JJ trolls me. If JJ stops trolling me, I'm willing to engage with JJ on a multitude of topics. I actually want to have a better relationship with JJ. I think he's a nice person.
Yeah, I don't see Sam having any resentment towards JJ other than JJ's trolling.
Yeah, really, it's just I prefer not to be trolled, and JJ trolls me occasionally. My problem with you, I don't like your stance.
I seem to remember,
Look, hold
Sam.
Hold on. I don't like your stance.
JJ, you're such a piece of shit.
No, just give me a second.
You're a terrible person, JJ. Fuck you, JJ.
I said that? I don't think I ever said JJ's a terrible person. I don't recall that, honestly. I don't recall saying he's a terrible person. I may have called him a piece of shit in a fit of rage, possibly. Like, I'm not putting that past me, but I don't think I called him a terrible guy. But it's not even this, like, look, it's not even just the Zionism thing. It's just that you poison the well at every opportunity. Like, me and Silent have had heated discussions about Zionism, right? And Silent doesn't agree with me. But Silent is still a pretty good friend of mine. It's because he doesn't do this shit. He doesn't poison the well in every conversation I have with him. He engages in a way that I would deem to be honest, and we can have productive conversations.
Yeah, Sam, I'm not going to apologize for calling you out when you white knight.
I don't want you to apologize, man. Right?
I'm not going to stop.
Look, man, I just have no interest in engaging you, right? This is all this is supposed to illustrate. Right. I don't want an apology from you.
You've done a terrible job of illustrating that, Sam.
Yeah, I really don't want to engage you moving forward. I want to call you out for the bullshit and call you out for the bullshit that you're doing. But like I don't want an apology from you, right?
I think you should apologize to Israel.
I mean, I've just come to the realization that Radcend is almost completely incoherent.
Okay.
I'd rather he be incoherent than going around insinuating people are pedos.
Yeah, Jovan, you're a fucking pedo. Fuck you, Jovan, you're a fucking pedo.
Now you're gonna act like it's a joke. You insinuated I was a pedo.
Well, first of all, I never called you a pedo, retard.
Did you insinuate it?
No, not even. I said that you didn't say that it's,
I mean, look up the definition of insinuation.
Look, saying insinuation, right, just from the dictionary definition, is to state that someone is something in an offhand manner or in a hidden manner. And I never stated that I think you're a pedo. I said you might.
You said there's evidence I'm a pedo. You said there's evidence, Ace.
I don't know, Ace. I'm actually gonna have to say I think you did insinuate he was a pedo.
Say that
like, in my opinion on this one.
Are you gonna tell me that, that's
Sam.
not you saying you think that they might be a pedo?
Look, I think there's a fine line between insinuation and then, I would have to think about.
Jesus.
Is this really that fucking hard, Ace?
He understands
Really?
that he did, and he's just trying so hard to say he didn't do it.
Well, look, I'm just really amused by your obsession with this passing comment that I made.
With you calling me a pedo?
Surprised. Look, I just love that I have the power to
Ace,
say
this
a
is
single
pathetic.
sentence. Look, I love, Jovan, that say a single sentence and for you to go and obsess about it for 3 hours.
This is so pathetic.
Yeah, I mean, look, maybe I did insinuate. I don't think I did. Maybe I did.
Maybe I did.
So now I'm insinuating that I insinuated, right?
It's just so sad, Ace.
Hey, so you realize that you broke the law when you called Jovan a pedophile, right? He could take you to court for that.
You said knowing the kind of shit you are into.
Wait. Why do you think you could take me to court for that?
If you call someone a pedophile,
that's only if there's Radcending. First of all, that's only if there was some damages to me. I wouldn't be able to take him to court unless there was some damage. But Ace, you saying,
and even then, it's not defamation because I didn't call him a pedophile.
No, you saying knowing the kind of shit you're into, you might be. That's you saying I have evidence that you are a pedo.
No, that's not. How is?
Yes, it is.
How is you might be in your fucking head
knowing the kind of shit you are into?
Look, listen, don't cut me off, Jovan. How is saying you might be, how is that in your head translate to I have evidence for?
It's not that. Why are you that stupid? I'm talking about the part where you said knowing the kind of shit you are into. You might be.
Look, in your head, Jovan, how does knowing the kind of shit you're into say I have evidence for?
Are you really that? Does anyone else disagree with me?
No, hey, retard, look.
No, Ace, you're so stupid. I'm just going to let people to the room now because I'm not going to sit here and agree to it. He's just dissing himself. He's so stupid. Knowing the kind of shit you are into, is that not the same as saying that I have evidence or there's evidence to point towards that you're a pedophile? Hey, stop interrupting and let the room answer.
Look, retard. So.
Hey, stop interrupting and let the room answer.
Look, hey, retard.
I think definitely that if you.
All right, Ace is muted now because he would not stop talking. Go ahead, room now.
Yeah, I think definitely if you say something to the effect of knowing the stuff you are into. If you were to move over from the position that you're not to you might be, I think that's very clearly logically follows that you think there's evidence.
And he left too. He's like John right now.
It's like you wouldn't have thought so, right? But you're into this sort of thing, so it might be the case. Yeah. It's the thing that moves you over from a negative to a positive.
Does anyone disagree that that's saying that there's evidence that I'm a pedo? Sam?
No, I think that's definitely going to imply that there's some kind of reason. We're not sure how good or bad it is, but some kind of reason.
No, do you think he's being dishonest right now, Sam? And the reason I asked you this question, Sam, is because you have stated that you don't think he's dishonest. So, of course, I'm going to be like, well, Sam, don't you think this is dishonest?
To be honest, my take on this is I think you're just making a mountain out of a molehill. I don't think this is a big deal, honestly.
You don't think that he's lying right now or being dishonest, Sam?
That's not what I said, right?
Like, you get that. Sam, if you would have just started from the very position saying, yes, I did that, then it would all have been over by now.
Look, I think to a certain extent, he's dodging the question. Fair. But I think you're making a big deal out of nothing. I don't think this is a major issue, honestly.
So you don't think...
He might have insinuated it. That was the closest that he would admitting.
Compared to the shit that happens on the server on a regular basis, yeah, I don't think what just happened was a huge issue.
So you don't mind if people insinuate, for instance, that you're a pedophile, right?
People have done that in the past, actually.
Well, that's irrelevant. Would you? You don't mind? Right?
Hold on. I don't like it. I wouldn't prefer it, but I wouldn't make it.
But you don't mind, right?
Can you guys hear me?
You don't mind, right?
That's not what I implied, right?
Okay, but it'd be no big deal if people did, though, right?
That's not what I said, right?
That's exactly what you said.
No, I said I don't think it warrants what's going on now. I don't think it warrants a fucking.
No, what you said was that he was making a mountain out of the molehill. So if that's the case, I mean, you wouldn't make a mountain out of a molehill if someone insinuated that of you, right?
I wouldn't like it, but I don't think an interrogation is.
But you wouldn't make a mountain out of a molehill, though, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't take it for more than what it is.
Okay. All right. Just making sure.
Okay, so can you guys hear me? Am I coming in?
Yes.
Unfortunately.
So if I say, knowing that you are into surfing, you might like snowboarding. How is that saying, I know you are a snowboarder?
No, that's evidence that you might be into snowboarding, or you might like snowboarding.
Yeah. So how is that saying?
Yeah, you disagreed with me.
Hey, Jovan, you just muted me for cutting people off, you fucking retard. So look, how is saying, I know you are into surfing, or knowing that you are into surfing, you might like snowboarding. How is that the same thing as saying you are a snowboarder?
That's not what he said. What he said was that it's evidence. That you were proposing it as evidence. Not that you are,
No,
but you
I'm
were
not.
proposing it as evidence.
You just agreed it was evidence.
Look, I made a very clear analogy, right? Saying, knowing you are into surfing, you probably would like snowboarding, right? How is that the same thing as saying...
That's not what he's saying. He's not saying it's the same thing. He's saying
Just
you
be so
proposed it,
dishonest.
therefore insinuate.
He is saying that I accuse him of being a pedophile.
No, Ace, no.
I didn't say you
Don't
accused me.
understand what he's saying.
Yeah, you fucking did. Holy shit, do I really need to go back in
Look,
the chat and...
Ace,
and
I said
shit.
you basically called me a pedophile. Now,
Look,
At one point,
look,
Go ahead.
Look, Jovan, where is the disanalogy in what I said?
it's just so dishonest of you, Ace. So now, let's just see if you agree with this, Ace. Let's just see if you agree with this, Ace. Do you agree now that you said that there's evidence for me being a pedophile?
No.
He just admitted it a second ago.
No, I didn't, you fucking retard. I never said there's evidence.
Yeah, you did, Ace.
No, I didn't.
You're so stupid.
retarded. So
You
look,
said it was evidence that I was snowboarding, which is analogous to me being, it was evidence for me being a pedophile.
retard. Look, how is me saying, I know that you're into surfing, thus you may be a snowboarder, the same thing as me saying you are a snowboarder?
That's not what he's saying. Yeah,
No,
again,
that's
for
what
the
I
fifth
said.
time.
Look,
For the
Declan,
fifth time,
that's
that is
what
not
I
what he's
said.
saying.
I
Shut up for a
said
second.
that I know you are into surfing, thus you might be into
No,
snowboarding.
you're
That's
not
what I
understanding Jovan's claim. For the 50th time.
This
No,
is so
I'm
sad.
understanding. Look, I'm understanding it clearly. Jovan just wants to twist my words.
Twist your words. It's so
Yeah,
sad,
it's pretty.
Ace.
It's pretty.
You
clear.
even said that it's not evidence.
Look, it's pretty fucking clear. Yeah, it's not evidence. There is no evidence for you being a pedophile. There is no evidence for you being a pedophile, you retard.
Then why would you say there is?
I never said that there is.
Where
did I ever use the word?
I just posted it. Knowing the kind of shit you are into, you might be.
Oh, that's me saying that there's evidence for you being a pedophile. So retarded. You're unbelievably retarded.
Does anyone else in the room not think that that is saying that there's evidence I'm a pedophile?
What else could that possibly mean, Ace?
Yeah, what else could that mean, Ace?
Look, all that says is that knowing the kinds of gross, strange, pornographic stuff that Jovan is into, it would be possible that
What is that?
Wait,
What he watches.
Mr. Rhetoric, do you not agree that if there was no reason why it pointed in that direction, you wouldn't have said it?
Say that again?
What it means to say that something is evidence, right, is that you're saying something like, look, given A, that is a reason to believe that B is more likely, right? That's what we mean by
I do not think that there is any direct evidence of Jovan being a pedophile. There is direct evidence of him being into weird bullshit, sexual bullshit.
You're saying there's evidence of him being something that you think correlates with the likelihood of being a pedophile.
I think that's a fair statement to say, yes.
Yeah, so you're saying
but that's not the same thing as saying there is evidence for Jovan being a pedophile.
Yeah, it's less strong. I agree with Ace on this one. It's
Okay,
less
good.
strong. But it is still implying that you think there's a higher chance.
No, I don't know. I really don't think Jovan is a pedophile. I was trolling him at that point.
Oh, fuck.
So you just troll people by saying they're pedophiles?
Yes, I call people all sorts of stupid shit.
I
troll.
remember that.
Look, my trolling was so successful from a single sentence that I wrote.
No.
No one has been obsessing about it.
He knows that he can't get out. He's resorting to the troll tactic.
It's so pathetic.
Anyway, look, yeah, no, you're
Also,
pathetic.
what kind of gross sexual things am I into, Ace?
Oh, all sorts of weird shit.
What? Name one.
You've
Name
spoken
one.
about it.
Name one.
Not,
Name one.
not interested.
You lying piece of shit. There's
Look,
not a single thing.
Look, I'm not interested in going back and finding all the fucking weird shit you're into. Because
You're saying you have it in your mind right now.
No,
so
not
what is it?
No, you retard, I don't. I'm just saying I have a general feeling about you.
This is so stupid.
Yeah, okay, well, look.
He went from saying knowing the things that I'm into to a general feeling about me.
Yeah.
Like dog style.
This is
Anyway,
pathetic, Ace.
Okay, well, look, keep obsessing about me for another 3 hours. I find it really cute.
You are sad, Ace.